Well, welcome in everyone to another Sunday night Scrap Chat live with Scrap and Irish and whoever the hell comes up on the panel. So, where do we start? Well, we start with Ron, who's first one in tonight. Thank you very much, Ron. Don't forget, guys, hit that like while you're here. So, Ron, yeah, welcome in. Good to see you. Followed by American's Favorite Order, followed by Andy, followed by, welcome in, by the way, Andy, as well. Good to see you. Followed by Everyday Solars, thanks for being in. Paul Frost, welcome in. And just Solars, Frost, Paul Frost, Andy, all saying hi to each other, and America's Favorite Order. Oh, Electronic Scrapper's in now, and Mike's Meltdown is in. So, yeah, welcome in, guys. What has everyone been working on? Been a wet day here in Ireland today. We've had great 2 weeks of sunshine. And then Sunday, when I'm off work and plan to do a little bit of scrapping out and stuff outside, what happens? It rains. But anyhow, we bring up Mike's Meltdown, who's down there in the chat. Welcome in, sir.
Howdy, howdy.
And all good. And yourself?
I am hanging in there, barely.
Good man. James P., welcome in. And who else did I see coming in? E-Waste Jill, see you scrapping. All welcome in, guys. Don't forget to hit that like down below. So I was saying we had good weather for the last 2 weeks, and then on Sunday when I plan to working on IC chips. Oh, that's cool to know. Electronic Scrapper incinerating the IC chips, I presume, because we talked last week about putting the RAM chips and stuff into the sulfuric acid and how it's a bit of a mess to deal with compared to when you do the gold corner BGA chips in it. Bit of a difference. Rain in Ireland. See, it's not. We hadn't had two glorious weeks without rain. Then it rains today, but we have another week of good high temperatures and sunshine coming. So not too bad. What have you been working on, Mike?
I have been doing concrete all week.
Oh, well, there we go. So no scrapping for you, so.
Not at the moment.
Hey, Simon, welcome in. Sorry, Simon, I didn't say hi to you when you were in Sharks thing. I missed you coming in. Then I was heading over here, so thanks for being in and welcome. And you're talking of Shark. Here he is. And
hello,
E-Waste Mike. Welcome up. Ed, welcome in. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello, all salvaging and planting loving brothers and sisters. Planet loving, sorry. Planet loving. Money loving too. Don't forget the money part. We like the money part from the scrapping. Mike isn't doing it to save the world. He's doing it to fill his pockets with money.
Shark, did I hear you're dying tomorrow? Is that what I heard?
Well, I got to hurry up and die so you can catch up with me, right?
Did I hear you?
When you're dead, I'll never catch up, buddy.
Claire P., welcome in. Good to see you as well. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, it's not Mother's Day here, and we had our Mother's Day in Europe or in UK and Ireland would have been a couple of weeks ago. So happy Mother's Day to the mothers that are celebrating today. I was just thinking it was around this time last year, I think Pooh's Mate disappeared from the scene. So I think I was just wondering, anyone here from Pooh's Mate or come across Pooh's Mate anywhere? Because Pooh's Mate used to always be in our live streams and commenting on videos, but I've no sign of Pooh's Mate. Just like muriatic acid, that guy disappeared as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's people come and go. But Pooh's Mate was always in our lives, so I hope everything is okay with her. Sometimes people just have enough of YouTube and decide no more YouTube for a while. Living off scraps, welcome in, good to see you. Ed, I said hi to, I think, as well. Yeah, so I was scrapping out my 3-pen, doing plug soup during the week. I was on the old plug soups.
and see, that's why I might leave YouTube. If I have to listen to one more frickin' person talk about plug soup.
I do them as I get them. I don't worry with plug soup. Just snap them off.
Yeah, but you don't have the tree. You've only them little 2 thin little pieces of brass on your ones over there. You don't have the big thick brass on them. Only the round ones.
Leave them on the wire and get the wire weight.
Get the wire weight, yeah. Well, if they allow you to weigh them in with the plugs on them, a lot of companies.
I don't care where you're at.
Oh,
Mike doesn't care.
I don't give a shit.
Hey, Jan, welcome in from Oregon, Southern Oregon. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Mike is like the scrapping honey badger. He don't care.
I don't care.
He might care now that he has to have a license and everything. You know, he'll have to obey the rules now.
I still don't care. I've never cared before, so why start now?
All right,
Hey,
well,
Mike, is the city going to require that you put little plaques up with the copy of your license and
I don't know.
stuff like that, prominently displayed or whatever?
he's gonna stick it to his neighbor's windows. The license.
I'm gonna get it copied, and I'm gonna get a big projector, and I'm gonna beam it on that big tree in the back of her backyard. Just leave it on.
So when the neighbor looks out to see that he has a license.
Oh, that's
you know?
all right, because the last 3 days it's been grinders and sawzalls all day. I showed, especially today, Mother's Day. Here,
Ah, well, you see, you have all that copper now, all them big copper transformers to get through. So you need to be cutting in with your grinders. I'm sure you have your guard on your grinder as well.
I just finished the last big one today.
Oh,
Okay.
you should have seen. You should have seen the picture Mike sent me. Holy cow! I had a hard time believing it was Mike.
I'm the tail guy.
I mean, no kidding, no kidding. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, that was me.
My God, respirator on it.
Yeah, respirator and
Oh, here,
goggles.
I'll do it in front of everybody.
Mike, I didn't know that you did cosplay.
I bow my head in shame. Well, you know, I'm sitting there cutting these transformers. So I got the copper dust, which I like to inhale because that's nice. It's got a nice texture to it. But then it started getting this white stuff. I was like, oh, this is asbestos.
Oh,
And
your internet went, Mike. We couldn't hear what you were saying.
I don't care.
It's not our fault your internet went. That's your fault.
Irish, you may have to kick him off. Do you see that sign behind him on the wall?
I can't. It's all blurry, so you can't even read it. So I can't. It's all blurry.
I'm back.
We don't
Welcome
care.
Oh, you care?
Mike's meltdown is frozen now. Is he?
I'm not
No, he's
frozen.
Oh no, you were just staying very still. I thought you'd froze.
That happens from time to time.
Mike told me
They just stay still. They just stay still. I think. Do you know what I think, Mike? I think the the copper stripper is using all your internet. Oh, Mike is gone. His internet. I reckon his copper stripper is using all his internet. Oh, he's back. I'll come back, Mike.
There it goes.
Oh, now I can see what's right behind you. See, I can see it now. The boss, E-Waste Mike. There can only be one boss on the panel.
I am the official Snobby Scrapper. I am the official boss.
Simon, price for all grades of IC chips are up for most grades, particularly old SD RAM chips, $110 a kg. VGA newer RAM chips is $160 a kg. Gold Corner flat packs are $240 to $300 a kg. That's good prices. And where are you getting in prices? Is that in your country there, Simon? That you're getting that money, or where are you getting that sort of money from? Interesting to know.
If you look at
Yeah,
that TV,
Borg's prices are up too. You know,
Okay.
if you look
RAM
at
is
this TV
32
behind
pound.
me, you see who's peeking over the top of it?
Oh, the shark sticker.
Yeah, just a tip. Just a tip. He's not worthy to have his whole
Yeah, he's not worried to have his full sticker shown. You know?
And
Yeah, we
everywhere,
don't want to
and
carry
everywhere I
away.
go, I find this stupid sticker. Board snort.
Well, I have a E-Waste Mike magnetic sticker beside me.
Well, that's one of them transparent ones. I paid a lot of money for those.
Yeah,
That's me.
they're good ones. See the way
Yeah,
they can
see.
stick through them?
But the question is, do I have a scrapping Irish? No.
Hey, but Irish, it made you disappear.
I know. Oh, did too. It made everything disappear there.
No. the sticker when you held it up. The recycle thing is transparent, but you're gone.
I know it's magic.
Oh, leave it up there.
Shut up.
Hey, but Mike, the important thing is our patty boxes arrived. So who cares about the damn stickers?
And you know the only thing I've eaten out of it was about 3 bags of these.
I didn't give any of them to Shark because Shark didn't like them the last time. He gave them away. So
He's snotty. He's snotty.
I didn't put them ones in this time. He got extra.
There were some crisps in there.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a bag of crisps in there.
All right, because I selected no crisps and to give extra Cadbury's chocolate to you, so they
Yeah.
mustn't have listened to me.
What label on the wall should be motivating for me?
The boss label.
Simon on the boss. Did you see my little thing there? E-waste make whoever the hell he is. Because you said whoever the hell comes up, so I said, well,
I didn't think I noticed that till now. There he was.
that license plate right there is actually a real Ohio license plate. My buddy E-Cycle Nation sent me that.
Oh, cool.
I tried to put it on the truck, but I got pulled over.
Yeah, something tells me it's actually for an e-bicycle, though.
It's what?
A bicyclist, an e-cycler.
Oh no, he was actually a scrapper.
He was?
Yeah,
Okay.
he did use scrap and he pops in every now and then. You see him.
Did I thought he had a channel? Did he not?
Yeah, E-Cycle Nation.
Yeah, but does he still do videos? I haven't seen anything popping up. I never see anything popping up.
I've known that guy for years.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Hey,
hoping
you
to get a decent amount of copper out of that stuff. We'll see though. Who are you creeping to?
You know, Irish, you mentioned a name we haven't heard from in ages, Snobby.
Snobby Scrap Picker.
Yeah.
Snobby Scrap Picker was one of the first crew doing the lives. I think he was one of the early ones doing his live. Well, E-Waste Mike was doing his lives before him, but I mean, doing his set date, set time. It was Friday, 7 p.m. I think was his time every Friday, and it was like clockwork. And then just like that, disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Earl.
Hey,
I'll
welcome.
eat the crisp. You eat the bag.
Yeah, let Aaron have the crisp.
You'll take it too.
Dad, I want to take it over here,
Hey,
Dad.
Philip, welcome in. Good to see
I
Philip
think
in.
he's trying to tell you need to go on a diet.
Never happened. Here, try one of these. They're
Oh,
fun.
let's see how he gets on with a potato.
I'm just
No,
going to
it's-
lick it.
Yeah, he only licked the salt off of it. Tastes better in the bag, don't it?
Well, I don't know. You know.
Oh, he's eating it. He's eating it.
Oh, there it goes.
See, even he likes the potato crisps.
Just gotta eat the weirdest stuff.
And
Here,
Phil,
come on.
Lee, welcome in as well, by the way. And Philip come in as well. Yeah, so the brass on the plugs we have is nice thick bits of brass like that.
Yeah.
Shred.
Shred, do you hear him? Shred.
I
I thought he matches might have been in your live that time when I said that he started doing his copper or his scrap in 1745. I thought he might be in the background, but he mustn't have been.
Look, he's going back to get that bag.
Go get that bag. Get that bag.
No. So did you use any of the relish yet, Mike, or are you going to spare just a little bit every week?
I can't eat it until I put the E-Waste Mike sticker on the bottle.
Well, we had hot dogs yesterday, so I had the relish on the hot dogs.
There you go.
Was it nice on the hot dogs?
Oh yeah,
Good.
yeah. The only thing better is burgers, so I got to convince the wife that we need to do burgers. So
Yeah. You know how you've signed up now for that value? Is it well, not value line, but that where you can check the copper prices and all that sort of stuff. So what's the main advantage now of being a subscriber to that for you?
it opens up access to a lot more of the tools that are behind the scenes there. So a lot of the analytic tools and the data and the discussions. If I wanted to download the stuff, I could download it in an Excel file and manipulate it myself, for graphs and things of that nature.
Okay. Okay, pretty good. I like that they're predicting that gold will get over the 3,500 again, which is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know.
Hey, Ralph Morrick, welcome in.
I love you, Ralph.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're starting to rise again, and if they can get over the $3,500, they are over $3,500 for a small little period. Was it late in the month of April, or was it early in the month of May? I forget, but they did go over the 3,500 for a little while. I forget.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it was late April.
It did touch it, I know.
Yeah, I did. I think it went to 3,501 or something, which was pretty cool to break that barrier of 3,500. I remember talking to people like Scrapman 50. I remember he used to be in, and we were talking about selling gold and stuff. And he said, "Oh, I'm not going to sell my gold till it gets over $2,000." And now we're talking like $3,500 is what we're looking at. So it just shows you how gold has really increased in that amount of time. Just to put over 1 per milligram of gold. Okay.
He'll raise it 50 cents, Roger.
Come in the mic.
So I'm looking at the chart here, and it's showing there was a max on April 21st of 3,438.80 cents.
Okay, I thought it would go. I thought I had seen on one of the charts there was what the gold prices. Let me have a look for. I thought I seen dollars.
Check another one here.
Months. So in the past 3 months, the highest it was. Let me have a look here. Yeah, the highest it was $3,501.27, and it was saying that was on what date was that on my one? It's in April the 22nd. It's in here at 7:18 IST time.
Why are we seeing a different price?
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
That's very
and
interesting.
07/18/13 exactly was the time, and it was at $3,501.27. That's what the chart I'm looking at is saying. But again, I'm looking at a different chart than you're looking at. So,
but yeah, I do remember seeing the 3,500. That's why I'm curious why. I'm going to have to. I need to learn more about this site. I only subscribed just a couple of days ago, so I got to figure out if maybe that was smoothed out or something.
Okay.
Well, the thing is every company shows different spot prices. So all of the major bullion dealers will all show different spot prices.
Yeah.
And I know I've seen one person try to explain why it happens, but basically it's whatever they want to show. They can get the prime number from the OTC or whatever it is, but they get to make up their own, their own formula for what they're actually going to show. So for Kitco, it looks like it topped out right around 35.20 on the 22nd.
Okay. So that could explain it. That could explain the reasoning behind it. Because I'm just having a look here if I can see a different company. I'm trying a different chart. Let's go for 3 months on a different company than there. And what was their peak?
Well, it also depends on how thick I make the line.
Yeah, I'm looking at a different company here now, and their price was $3,501. Okay, so another company here has it at that as well. So I found two anyway. We'll go with 3,500 anyway. Broke it in April, so it did. But hopefully it'll stay above it this time, not just break it. Did I miss
So
Matthew, welcome in. Good to see you.
I think
Welcome in. Good to see you. And let me see what someone here. I hear that gold will reach 4,000 mark in the first quarter of 2026. That's what Earl is saying. But again, a lot of stuff could change. That's people judging on what's happening now. But in 6 months' time, we could have something that could push it higher than that, or way higher than that, or we could have something that just drop the bottom out. Someone could find a massive gold find somewhere in the world, or something could happen and gold could drop down. So, but yeah, I've read that too, Earl, that they're saying 4,000 is what they're looking at next year. But be interesting to see, will it reach that?
Too bad Shark will be dead.
Yeah. So I went into trading economics and I put on the candlestick charts, and there was a peak at 3,500 and some change on April 22nd.
Okay.
And so I think that when it's just showing the line chart, it's probably averaging out that day's trading.
That's what Simon is saying there. The 3,005 was a spot at the hour price, I presume, and then the 3,000 is the future. Yeah, so it rounds it off at the day or whatever. But if you're looking by the hours, you can see it a bit better or whatever.
Yeah.
So, that's why there's something. But that's why people who are doing this trading all the time are looking at these things constantly. So if they see it at a certain price at a certain time, they'll sell, and then they'll make their money on that hour, and then they'll buy back in again maybe a couple of hours later when the price has dropped down again. So
there's a way that some people trade gold. We're not allowed to do it here in the United States. It's banned in the United States, but it's called contract for difference.
Okay.
And what that allows a trader to do is, it's just like puts and calls in the stock market. But you can go in and you can, say to another trader, another finance company, I bet the gold's going to break 3,500 in the next 2 weeks. And then at the end of that 2-week period, if it, went above 3,500, then that other partner pays you the difference. But if it didn't break 3,500, then you're paying them the difference of, what it didn't get to. But as we just discovered here, depending upon when you look at the charts and what chart you look at, that peak value may not be the same. And so here in the United States, they don't allow contract for difference because it's not well regulated through the exchanges. I think you can do it in Europe, I believe.
Yeah,
but it's not the kind of thing that it's not the kind of thing that a small, consumer trader is going to get involved in. Those are the big houses doing those games.
Yeah, but it's like something that you can manipulate a lot easier too. Because if you say, right, I think gold is going to go above 3,500, well, who's to say you don't start buying a lot of gold to get the price up there anyhow? That's how prices increase if there's demand for it. So could you not manipulate the price up there yourself?
Something tells me if you had enough money to buy enough gold to drive the gold prices, you're not messing with the game.
Don't forget, we always say that these people that are rich, if they died or if they lived to be 1 million years nearly, and the money they've already accumulated, we'd say the richest people in the world, Elon Musk and Bezos and all these boys, if they didn't earn another penny for the rest of their life, they couldn't spend what they already have, but yet they'll still keep earning money.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how rich you are, you always want more. These people always want it. The billionaires, they don't have to have all this money, but they still want it. So it doesn't make any difference. They'll always try and turn more money. It doesn't matter how much they already have.
But part of that is it's not how much money they have. That's their worth, but a lot of it's on paper. So Musk, for example, how much money did he lose because Tesla's shares have fallen?
Hey, Patrick Williams, welcome in. Yeah, but what I'm saying is he could sell his paper money. He could sell his shares tomorrow morning and not earn another penny for the rest of his life, and he still couldn't spend what he has there. But he
Very
just doesn't want. He still wants more. So he does. So welcome in, Patrick Williams. So as I'm saying about people that have loads of money, and what Jacques was saying there, well, if they had that much money, they wouldn't be bothered. Of course, they'll be bothered because they want more. They always want more.
But going back to what you were talking about, buying enough silver or gold to make a difference in the price. If you go back, I think to the 1980, there were some guys that tried to do that with silver and got the price up to about $50 an ounce for silver.
Okay.
But it was a very, very short-lived spike.
Oh yeah, but if you get out, when you get it up to that spike and get out, then you have the money. It's the ones that come in afterwards, they lose the money. Same as like when the people with the Bitcoins. You see how people can manipulate Bitcoin. Like Elon Musk can say something on Twitter about Bitcoins or something like that, and Bitcoin's price shoot up. Then if people start buying in at that higher price, and people that are already in sell out, you're the one that loses the money, the one that's buying in at the high price. American Fair.
So, you talk about just being lucky. That $50 spike was April of 2011, and I had
This was back
decided
in
that I had in the 80s. It never got that high. So I had decided that I wanted to sell some of my silver, and I just brought a bunch down to the coin shop that I always bought from. And, I put the stack on the counter, and the guy said to me, he said, will you take 50 for it? And I'm like, sure. Because he had literally sold out all of his silver, and he had people waiting to buy silver. And so, I just showed up out of the blue because I get, it's like one of those just really lucky happenstances. I'd like to say it was really smart and timed the market, but no.
Maybe you were the one manipulating the market. Were you the one that was pushing the price up, Shark?
Oh man, you caught me.
What's called American Terror said a crowd called Brothers Tribe.
There's a $50 peak in 1980 as well, Shark. The Hunt brothers are the ones who did it.
Yeah, or you see it here. What's called saying, well, Hunt brothers or whatever.
Yeah, and it wound up bankrupting them.
That must have been a really fast spike because
it's needle thin.
Yeah, needle thin.
Yeah, they're showing
it peaked at $50 and then dropped immediately.
Yeah, so it didn't even register on a lot of these charts.
And what did it drop down to then, Mike? What did the price drop?
Drop back down. I mean, the drop wasn't instantaneous, but it dropped back down to about $10 a share. It looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at charts here.
So
they don't.
February of 1980. I'll see if I can actually get down to the day. So in that day, it had its spike, but it closed in that 1 day period. Let's see here. No, that's not a 1 day period. That's a 1 month period. So I'd have to mess around with it too much.
Yeah, I'm looking. I found it here. I think I found it. I'm trying to get it here.
The problem is most of the charts don't go back to 1980, so it's hard to find accurate data.
Well, and when they do go back that far, they're like right now the candlestick on this chart is a 1 month period. So
Friday the 18th of January, 1980, I think was when it done it. I think, looking at my chart here.
Says here, January 18, 1980, an increase of 713%, with futures reaching an intraday COMEX all-time high of $50.35 per troy ounce. and a reduction of the silver gold ratio to 1:17.
What is the gold to silver ratio at the moment? What is that at?
About 100.
Gee, you know.
About 100.
Gordon Brown actually announced that the UK will be selling tons of gold. Market anticipated. Speculative price dropped. Yeah, see, if there's a glut of gold available for sale, prices will drop. That's what I'm saying. If someone comes out, some country comes out and says they're after finding some massive amount of gold somewhere, that can manipulate the price to drop, because the you know, if there's a glut of gold out there, it's like anything, the prices will drop back. So hopefully they don't find or don't get that asteroid that they're trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
Enough.
We get that asteroid, gold prices are going to drop big time.
Yeah. Gold would be just like your normal metals. Then you know, it'd be no
Aluminium.
aluminium. It was 10 silver to 1 gold in Roman times. All right, so that Monty Python. What has the Romans ever done for us?
Loafer.
Yeah, so 10 silver to 1 gold back in the day. That's when Ian Matthews was trading, was it? The loafer back with the Romans. Ian Matthews was doing the trading.
That's a good question.
The physical metal, that was main failure of the plan. Yeah, well, that's as Shark said. If you only have your gold and silver on paper, and if everyone goes to cash out at the same time, well, you know, there's not enough gold and silver in the world for all that's printed, all that has been sold to everyone around the place that doesn't actually physically have it. So unless you physically have it somewhere safe and you know where it is yourself and not on paper, then you really don't have anything to swap. So that's the downside to it. Hey, William, welcome in.
I was just curious about the gold and silver ratio when we were under the gold standard, and it says here that it was 15 to 1 and 16 to 1 depending on the year.
Yeah, and now it's, as you said, it's gone to over 100 or whatever.
Yeah, it's right around 100 to 1 right now.
Watch the buyer does the metal that can swing markets the price. Yeah, exactly. What the market dictates. Welcome in, by the way. At least gold and silver has real value, unlike diamond. Well, again, yeah, diamonds is a fake value. It was done by De Beers and to make diamonds this thing that is worth a certain value, where it isn't really actually worth that value. But again, if you are able to corner the market and make it something that it isn't, well, then fair play to you. If you can get, it's like people are saying about Bitcoin. Well, where does the value for Bitcoin come from? You know, how did that start off again? You know, there's no thing for it. Like
the value in Bitcoin is all the idiots who are willing to pay somebody else more money for the Bitcoin.
Exactly.
That's the value of anything.
Yeah, it's not linked to anything. Bitcoin isn't really linked to anything. It's not linked to the stock markets. Really, it's not linked to gold prices. It's not linked to dollars. It's not really linked to anything. So, as you said, it depends on what people are willing to pay for it. So tomorrow morning, if people go, well, I'm not paying that for Bitcoin, then Bitcoin plummets. But while there's people still willing to pay 90,000 or 80,000 or whatever for Bitcoin, then the prices will stay up there. You know.
Okay, but playing devil's advocate for a second, you said that gold and silver are real money. Why? What's the intrinsic value of gold or silver?
Well, the gold and silver has industrial value for a start because it's used in all the.
So do diamonds.
Yeah, but the diamond isn't based. Isn't, well, I suppose. Yeah, hold on now. Yeah.
So, in particular with gold, it is based on the amount of gold that's available and
you're talking rarity. That's not an intrinsic value. Because there are things more rare than gold that gold's more valuable than.
Where's he going?
Now you did it, Mike.
I don't know. I must have angered him. But I mean, platinum is more rare than gold, but platinum is less expensive than gold.
Mike
where's
messed
the
it up for
intrinsic-
everybody.
Oh, we lost Mike now. I'm making everybody mad.
No, you waste Mike, you devil.
I had to.
But I've heard for many years that gold and silver have this intrinsic value, and no one has been able to explain what that intrinsic value
Well,
is.
as the electronic scrapper said there, you can make fake diamonds, but you can't make fake gold really, because you can test it. You know, like diamonds can be made. Like we'd say, there's diamonds, industrial diamonds being used. They're not the diamonds that we'd say that are in your rings and stuff like that. The diamonds that are used in industries are manufactured diamonds. So they're not the ones that are dug from the ground a lot of the time. They're made.
For every carat of jewel grade diamond that comes out of the ground, I guarantee you there's probably about a ton of industrial grade diamond that comes out of the ground.
Maybe, but I'm saying you can make the diamonds. You can tomorrow morning you can industrially make a diamond. You can go in and make a diamond in a lab, but at the moment you can't make gold in a lab.
True, but you're talking rarity, and there are things that have more rarity than gold that are less worth, that have less value than gold.
Well, if we go back to the Roman times where they used gold as a way of trading for products.
Just
they put a
because
value on this. They put a value on this piece of gold was worth 10 of them items back then, and since then it's carried on.
And in the Americas, the Indians who had access to more gold than the Europeans did not use gold as currency.
Yeah, more fool them. More fool them.
I mean,
gold is shiny and easy to make jewelry.
I can't come up with a reason that it is that people have a value placed on this other than what one person is willing to pay for it over the other person.
Well, see, it's not what one person is willing to pay over the other person on gold, because gold is it's not jumping like that. Because if it was jumping like that, it'd be going like Bitcoin. It'd be gone mad. It'd be up at 80, 90,000 if that was it. Because Bitcoin is because gold is kind of regulated a bit more. That's I think, but it's what we've been using for years, and I like the prices the way they are. And I'm
not saying anything. Like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here, but people keep saying it has this intrinsic value, but no one can explain this intrinsic value.
Yeah.
It's not like water that we have to live.
Bitcoin is 93,000 at the moment. Patrick Williams is saying. I was looking at what WatchCall said. Where does it go back here to Ralph? Ralph reckons it's making me some nice money though. Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin is back up again compared to what it was. It has come back up. Gold is best material to make a wire. I think I don't know. I can't really answer that question you were saying, Mike, but I'd still prefer to have gold than bitcoins. The bitcoins are too volatile.
I agree totally.
I prefer to have bitcoins as the value of them if I got them when they were cheap. But buying a bitcoin at 90-something thousand now, and tomorrow morning that could be 85,000. It just jumps too far apart from each other. Where gold goes up, usually it's going up. It might be a $10 or more tomorrow. It might be $50 more. It's not them big thousands of jumps. The only thing I see is the lower to the eye.
It's been used for ceremonial and jewelry forever.
Yeah,
because it is pretty.
Yeah, well, it's been used all the time on electronics now. Every item you buy that has a circuit board in it has some gold somewhere in it.
Yeah.
So it has that. Jenna Pickering, welcome in. It has that value as well. But it
didn't have that value 100 years ago. But yeah, I mean, I'm just asking the question. If anybody can explain what the intrinsic value of gold and silver is beyond we just always valued it, have at it. Convince me.
Well, what?
I'm not saying it doesn't have value. I just can't explain it to myself, and no one's been able to give a rational explanation as to why it has this intrinsic value that everybody claims it does.
Well, I think it has more uses. It's because the amount of uses gold is used in. Like, it's used in a lot more stuff than you have a platinum there, for instance. Like
Today,
platinum.
yes. 100 years ago, no.
Why? Why 100 years ago?
There were no electronics 100 years ago.
But it had more uses 100 years ago than platinum had.
I'm not even sure when they discovered platinum and figured out uses for it, but part of the reason that gold was more used in jewelry than platinum is harder to melt.
Yeah.
So it's harder to work.
Yeah, gold is easier, but that could be one of the reasons. Gold is easier to work with. It has more uses, so that could be the reason it's a more valuable than platinum. Now, platinum for a while there was very high value a couple of years ago when it was being used a lot more in industries, but then they've started fading out the amount of uses for the platinum and go forward. So who's to say in years to come if gold isn't going to be used as much and isn't needed as much in stuff, price on that could drop as well.
Police are knocking at my door. I'll be right back.
Police are knocking.
I'll go look for that YouTube video.
The best breakdown I've seen so far is YouTube, Lotus Eaters, Brokenomics, XO5, Gold. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Gold has antibacterial effect. Well, so does copper have antibacterial, Simon. That's why a lot of hospitals now will use copper on like handles or push plates and stuff like that.
I think silver does as well.
And silver, yeah. But again, the copper is probably that little bit cheaper to do for hospitals and stuff. So a lot of push plates will be copper and stuff like that.
Well, let me just say this real quick. Shark, if you're watching, if I offended you, I apologize. It was not my intention to offend you. I'm just asking a question, like I said, that no one's been able to give me a rational explanation to. So
Shit.
it was not my intent to offend.
Happy Mother's Day, Mike.
You know what? I have 5 scrappers that I deal with, on a regular basis. 3 of my scrappers have gave copper stripper Mother's Day flowers. I can get the bitch nothing because I don't care.
God.
I save money on Mother's Day. My mama dead.
Taken uses a low and widely sought for. Silver is less stable to oxidation and acids. Taken use low is widely sought for decorative purposes, functional. Silver as my socks have. Yes, socks have silver. Yeah, very little silver in them. So don't start going around thinking you're going to get a load of silver from getting old socks together, guys. But there's some certain t-shirts will have silver in them as well to do with your body will produce. So it's to do with all that. Give me a second. I just want to get a drink. Back in a second.
Hurry up!
Shut up.
We'll have to go back to see that. Oh well. Whew. Finish ordering my dinner. Cost me $100. Oh, few fries short of a Happy Meal. Never noticed that. Next meltdown. Take shiny gold ring away from your spouse. Happy wife, happy life. There you go, Mike. Be like me, be single and don't have to worry about it.
Jill, if you notice, I'm not wearing a ring. Neither does my wife.
Those sorts of stories sometimes gold.
We have them. They're in the safe.
Oh man. Yeah.
So,
And I can honestly say that our current president obviously has great value on gold. If you look at what he's done with the decorations in the Oval Office,
yes, it's all gold plate. Now, not getting political because we try to
not
keep that out.
political, just stating what
Just saying,
we
it
observe.
has a lot of gold in the Oval Office now. Gold crowns, yeah. Yeah, gold is used in dental stuff as well. But anyway, as long as prices keep up for the gold, I don't mind. Keeps the prices up. Anyways, Mike, after you spend all that money to get legal, will you have to turn around and do it again next year? Matthew wants to know.
After you spend all that money to get legal, will you have to turn around and do it? The license, the business license, is actually good for 2 years. The insurance is not. So every 2 years for the license, which comes out to about $1,500 a year. Did you go get something to drink or something to eat?
I vote.
Oh, boo. And I lied, because I did open these and I was eating these too.
What are they? I didn't even know they were in there. What are they?
Double Choco Brownie Mini Bites.
Roderick's Brothers. Okay, what are they like?
These are so good, make you want to smack your mama. I was trying to get you to spit your drink out. You're just like a real soft brownie.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you can squeeze the thing. Look. That's how soft they are. Yeah. Covered
so
in
yeah.
smooth Belgian milk chocolate.
Electronic Scrapper wants to know how is the copper coming out of them transformers. Well, I'm sure Mike will have a video coming out on it.
Tell them to mind his own business.
Watch the video.
I got the 3 biggest ones done, Electronic Scrapper. I finished the biggest one today.
And so
The
you
the second one took me 3 hours. That thing just fought with me. I got it though. I wasn't giving up. I said I'm going to do one a day. So this is day 3, and I got the biggest one done today. So all 3 of the big ones are done, and I still have the 3 smaller ones to do. But
I was going to say there to you. So you spent the money you were saying in the video there, not the last video, the one before that you done. So HH Recycling, you went and you got your money for your scrap, and you just bought transformers over there.
Yep, I did. So as of now, I have 1,057 pounds of steel, just out of the 3 transformers, and about 300 pounds of copper. But some of that copper is going to be number 1, some is going to be number 2. So
Still barking, Mike. Until they stop barking, I'm putting you on silent.
Sorry.
Barking.
but I still have to clean it all. Because it's in layers.
Okay.
I still have to pull all the paper off. Each in between the layers and all that stuff. But
yeah, no. But so this is your plan to going forward. You're going to do a lot more buying of the copper, are you?
Yeah, because if the copper keeps dropping, I can get it really cheap.
Okay.
What
happens if prices go up?
Well, then I sell the copper that I have.
All right, you're keeping your copper till prices.
Yeah, if it keeps going down, like transformers, I pay 65 cents a pound. Now that's from my old yard. Now the yard that used to be my old yard, they want 75 cents a pound, so they're 10 cents more. So I can go out, 16 miles away and get them 10 cents cheaper.
Yeah. So if you're buying enough of them at one time, it's
yeah. I mean, I do buy, every now and then I might buy like 100 pounds of transformers from the yard here, the close yard. But like I picked up some lights the other day off them. They told me just take them, break them down, and bring the stuff back. Never even charged me for them. So it would have been like $86 if I would have bought them off of them. He just said, just throw them in the truck. Don't think I won't.
Don't think I won't.
So. But I sell this guy my boards and stuff now, so we're getting a pretty good rapport with each other. He knows I'm not gonna scam him or bullshit him or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's been working out. I didn't think it would, but it's actually done pretty good.
And how long does it take you to usually do a transformer now when you're stripping it out?
Them real big ones?
Yeah.
Well, the first one I did in an hour. The second one was 3 hours, and the biggest one was about an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
So they're really not, because all I do is just cut down the one side and just
Yeah.
pound it through the other side. I don't have to mess with none of the metal. And even the smaller ones, it's the same way. So yeah, they're not time consuming at all. They're actually kind of fun to do.
Has Mike stopped barking yet? They have.
Calm down for the moment.
I couldn't live in a house if there was dogs barking all the time. I'd go mental.
It's not that often. My wife is home for the first time in a month, so
All right.
they're excited with her moving around.
HH Recycling, what have you been up to? Doing anything interesting today on Sunday? Have you been out scrapping or doing anything while you're in?
He ain't doing nothing. Lazy.
Jackie's doing nothing, no.
He's lazy.
We all love HH Recycling. So we do. He's
Don't put me in that category.
Keep talking, guys, because once we're done here, I've got to go mow the yard. And I don't want to mow the yard right now.
Oh, the stream's over. End it. So he has to go mow the yard.
just go bang down. God, good luck. So it is. Hello, Joe. I hope you're having a great weekend. What about the rest of us, HH Recycling? Been busy here. Came down. We're doing Mother's Day. I keep forgetting about Mother's Day over here, Nick of the Woods. We had it earlier this year. I wonder why you have it at different dates and different. You think it'd be Mother's Day, be the same worldwide? Just pick a day, everyone go. That's Mother's Day. That's Mother's Day. Why people have to change it all the time?
So my daughter said, "I want to take you somewhere, but you have to act right."
You have to act right. What do you mean act right?
So I said, "Well, I guess we ain't going nowhere."
Why, do you be an embarrassment when you go out or something?
I guess. The same way she wants to take me to go see the Minecraft movie. I said, "Why? In a month it'll be out. You can just go and watch it." Well, Grandma going for
You should ask her why she wants to go see it when you were in it.
That's why I don't want to go. Because as soon as I get in the theater, Jack Black, and they're all gonna be mobbing me, and I got carpal tunnel from these Transformers, so I can't be signing autographs, and it's gonna be a big mess. So I just have to say no.
That's a good average there. 1 gram for every 100 grams of RAM chips. So that's a nice average. Electron scrapper. Have you done a video on it, or are you just processing them without videos? Look at this one. Ralph Morrick, huh?
Yeah.
No wonder cinemas are closing down. It's all your fault, Ralph.
When I used to go grocery shopping with the wife, I wasn't allowed in the grocery stores anymore with her. She would just go.
Why?
We'd walk out with 4 carts. I used to walk down the aisles and just take my hand and run the cart along the edge, and whatever fell in the cart.
You were left outside.
Oh, I'd go on the opposite aisle that she was at. Of course, it was always the Kotex aisle. Hey, honey, what size you said you wanted? And I'm throwing them over the aisle. Yeah, I used to be bad.
Why do we focus on video breakdowns? Why aren't we doing some videos on material, procurement, and marketing? Because everyone does their stuff differently on YouTube, William. That's why it's everyone watches different stuff. Everyone does different things. There's no one video fits all. That's why there's so many videos up on YouTube and so many creators on YouTube. If everyone just watched the same thing, you wouldn't need so many different people doing different things, which I think is brilliant that people watch different things. I'm not overly. I like the process of watching people doing stuff. I don't care what the return is at the end of it. Other people need to see, what's the percentage of return and what's the percentage against cost and what's this and that. For me, it doesn't come into it as a hobbyist, because if I lose money doing something, I lose money doing something. It's a hobby. Where if I was doing it as a living, I would be more orientated on, how much copper exactly is in that, and how long does it take, and what price and this, that. So for me, and doesn't bother. Hey, sister, welcome in. Good to see you. 100% electronic scrapper. No video. My work is slow, and I've been doing all out. So say when you're doing videos and stuff, it takes up the time where you can get twice as much done in the amount of time if you're not doing a video. Where did all those chips come from? Which chips? Are you talking to electronic scrapper, or who are we talking to on that one? I just thought train wrecks.
I call all his videos train wrecks.
I think the chips all came from Irish sucker sticks.
Yeah, the return on my Star Wars video is 0.0. It was where is it here? It was completely demonetized because of the music. Oh, there you go. So no money out of that video for you.
Breaking the
but I like the intro you done. It was really cool. But there you are again now. Big companies wouldn't let you have a little bit of money. You see that? That's they could have just ignored it and not put a strike against you first, but no, they couldn't. The absence of Ian Bonner, he's got me started now. He's hiding. I feel like my God abandons me.
I will say that most of these companies don't put strikes on you anymore. They just take the monetization.
Yeah, so they take your money. I just spent the week market research an entire township for both collections. Yeah, there you go. So you can see what they need or what they have or what way you can market yourself to them as a business. But as hobbyists, for me, not something I get involved in. So it's not. Now that you have your license, Mike, are you going to try and advertise a bit more now for scrap, or are you just going to carry on as you are? That's not an answer. That's just like shaking your head.
In America, that means no.
No, you're not going to advertise.
I don't know what it means in Ireland, but this means no in America. No.
Well, no. See, I asked you 2 questions. So usually when you ask 2 questions,
no. I didn't even hear the second one.
You cannot know.
Whatever you say to me is no. So just don't waste your time asking a question.
You can't answer no to both of them.
No.
You can't. I'm after dropping something here now. Yeah, what I was saying was before.
My computer store just texted me yesterday. They had a bunch of crap.
Okay. And what about the guy? Oh, sorry. I was going to say, what about the guy that has cleared out his storage units? Are they still ongoing, or has he cleared them all?
He still has. I cleaned most of them out, but he still has one that is like jam packed. But it's all like I-series. Hold on a minute. Make sure I'm going the right way. Don't want to see dirty pictures. That's a dirty picture right there. So that.
Okay.
Those.
Oh, plenty of stuff there yet to get.
Yeah, he has a bunch of them.
Okay.
These here is like his last ones that he has. He still has stuff in his house, stuff in his garage. But this is stuff that he tries to sell on eBay. But he was telling me, he's like, the more I think about it, this stuff is, getting outdated quick. So he just might, get rid of it. But a lot of that is all I-series stuff. So there's a ton of money in just the CPUs, not counting, the computers themselves. So, and they're all going to be, full of RAM and all that crap too. So I'm going to finagle him. I'm going to try to see what he wants, like a bulk price for him. Because when I get them from him, I pay him per unit. So if I can just pay him a bulk price and just get it done that way, because it's a pain to sit there and keep track of how many you have, and because servers are one price, towers are another price. It's just a pain.
Electronic Scrapper said you should have snuck in Ian's gardening picture.
That's why I was looking to see which way I was going, so I didn't go too far.
Wonder if solar panels have gold in them. No, solar panels. I don't think gold. Maybe the watch calls might have the inverter units and stuff, but the panels themselves, it's actual silver. I think that's in them that people go after on the solar panels is the silver in them, sister. I think it's silver you get from the solar panels. I think, if I can remember rightly, from watching videos on YouTube of big companies there's a big company in Germany, as William said, silver there as well. There's a big company in Germany there that has done a recycling plant for solar panels, and it's the silver that they go after in them. And I think then the rest of the material is used in making cement or something, if I can remember rightly. Thanks, William. Silver in it, sister. Now, the inverter units that you'd have somewhere in the house, usually for if you have battery packs and you're using solar panels to run battery packs and stuff, them inverter units will have a certain amount of gold in them. Americans paper. I wonder what Raphael snails are doing. The ones he named, is it? Give them the names. I was just looking there that eCycle Nation is still on the go. I don't know why. When was his last video? That's the other thing. Let me have a look.
Probably a while ago.
A year ago. I knew I didn't see anything popping up for a long time on my subscription. Since he done a video.
Yeah, he had like a regular job, and he saved up like 10 grand because he was just gonna do strictly e-waste recycling.
Yeah.
And so the 10 grand was, his kickoff. He quit his job to do this, and it went bust on him. So then he started a trash removal service, and he was doing really good at that. And then he went back to a regular job. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because his first video was in what year? His oldest video is 11 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, love you, buddy. Have a nice week.
Who's that? HH. Back at it. Oh, hey, Park Nest, welcome in, by the way. Park Nest, did you ever, or HH, before you go, HH, if you're still there, did you ever hear from Pooh's mate? If you're still there. No, he's gone. He just deserted us. He left. That's it.
I can send that message to this thing.
You are breaking up again. Fantastic. HH said, I love you, Mike. But he didn't answer my question. Did you ever hear from Pooh's mate?
That's a damn question. Jerk.
Mike is just like, what is up with your internet, Mike?
I don't know. I have best internet service. Figure that out. Let me try to see.
Saw your message on my TV, but I was doing my daily exercise routine app every day. Oh, where's he gone? Where's Mike gone? Oh, Mike is there. Oh, Mike is gone again. Must be lag or something. Answer my question, HH Recycling. Did you get in touch with Pooh's mate? Welcome back, Mike.
All I'm doing is my camera.
Oh, you're like I don't know what, a Dalek or one of them bots from Doctor Who.
$10 a month for internet. What do you expect?
Ah, now you're back. You're back now.
All right.
Oh, scroll up. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't hear back. Okay. Sorry, HH. I missed you saying that. No, I'm
leaving.
Well, I asked him to answer a question for me, so he's okay.
No, he can go now. Bye.
Late to the party. No problem. Hill 13. I hope she's okay. Pooh's mate. You know, when you don't hear from someone from a year, like, you begin to worry.
You think, with somebody would have like a contact number for her or something?
Well, you see, again, a lot of people on here she wouldn't be up on panels or anything. She'd just be in the
No, I
chat.
know. Yeah.
You know, so different thing when you have people on panels, they kind of get to know each other a bit better and they share numbers or whatever. But when someone's just in chat, you never usually. But
Yeah.
I know there was Ian Matthews said that there was some other channel had her lived not far from her and he was going to check with them, but I don't think he ever did.
No. But I have a lot of YouTubers' phone numbers. If anybody wants to buy any, let me know. I'll let you know who I got.
Ian has her address, yeah, but I think there was someone living closer to her, so he was going to check with them. You know, because it'd be a bit weird if Ian Matthews just turned up outside your door, like. You know.
Never know.
He could write to her. He could do, but Ian doesn't send out stuff no more than myself. I can't talk, but Ian's hardly going to write to someone if he doesn't send out anything.
He ain't gonna waste the money on a stamp.
No. Mike, have you started the? Oh yeah, there's a question for you, Mike, about the. You're doing the screens.
I was typing in my answer just then.
Okay.
I have not started yet. I'm waiting on the acid to come in from Amazon.
Okay.
Because
Which acid?
he uses oxalic acid.
Okay. Never used that one. Hey Kevin, welcome in. Good to see you. About 3 Mile Island back online for some of the Google's energy needs. Okay. For the data centers and stuff like that, I suppose, is it? Because they use a lot of it.
3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island, was that where the nuclear place was it? No.
Yep.
And that had that disaster on it, didn't it?
Yeah, that was America's nuclear meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
used to live close to that place when I lived in Pennsylvania.
Hill wants to know, are you going to pulverize ball mill the material, Mike?
I will be sending it most likely through my my hammer mill, which I can take it down to less than 2 millimeters, I think, is the smallest screen size that I have in it. So it'll be significantly smaller than that.
Okay.
Good job, Park Nest.
Park Nest is there with the old info on Wikipedia. So he is. He's quick on it. There's the 3 Mile Island. There's a documentary on Netflix about it as well. Yeah, it's not usually a good idea to build nuclear plants where there's earthquakes zones.
I just seen Virginia and I think Tennessee had an earthquake, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Shark said he had a bit of an earthquake up beside him too.
Yeah.
So-
Apparently it wasn't enough.
He's in that same general vicinity.
Kind of a rarity.
Yeah, as Shark was saying, we do have them along the East Coast. Charleston, South Carolina, you can see a lot of the damage in the old buildings from them. They tend to be lower Richter readings and much deeper in the crust, so they don't tend to cause the massive damage that they see out in California and in Asia. But because the buildings here are not built to withstand them, they cause damage even though they're relatively minor.
I'm not sure what hard means there.
Just
Just
think
wait
it's
till
funny.
Bitcoin breaks up like
You wait,
he
Mike.
just did. Oh, okay. Gold doesn't disappear in a yeah. True enough. That's another thing that
Harold
if you have physical gold, you still have the value. Where if you have bitcoins and they're up there in the internet and the internet goes down, you have no access to them. So there's another reason to have gold over Bitcoin. Look, this.
An EMP, what happens?
Yeah. My wife says that I can make her knees tremble. Oh, loafer. Anyway, there's only 5 minutes left, so I'm going to ask everyone what they're at. There's only 2 on the panel to ask tonight because Mike, obviously, Shark dropped off. So, Mike's Meltdown, what's your plan for the week?
Plan for the week. I am continuing making concrete block for the next couple weeks, probably. I've got videos coming out for breaking down different items, and I think I've got some more melting from the last melt that I did. Another video on the melting. So look forward to all those.
Okay. E-Waste Mike, what's your plan for the week?
I don't know.
You must have some plan.
I got a scrap run to do tomorrow, some shred. I got the 1,000 pounds of those metal from those transformers, and I got 8 hot water tanks in there. And then probably just going to work on those 3 little transformers the rest of the week.
And what do you do with them hot water tanks? Do you like break them down fully, or do you just take off the bits of copper and stuff off them and then just bring them to the shred, or what do you do?
Yeah, I just pull the 2 brass pieces off. And those are electric too. Like I could go in there, but I ain't doing all that crap. You know me.
And is it stainless steel that's under that plastic coating? I presume it is.
No, they ain't stainless.
Or are they not? Okay.
No, they're just shred.
Oh,
And then the
okay.
guy told me in about 10 days he's going to have another big batch of them for me. So
Yeah, I seen that on the video. You were saying that.
I think I pulled like 24 altogether out of there, something like that, 25.
From an apartment block, is it?
It's a it's like a 9-story building, apartment building, and I don't know. There's 150 apartments, and then storefronts in the bottom, and yeah, it's a big place. So basically, just transformers, clean that copper that I already took out, and I don't have any computers, so might as well do something.
Okay.
And I'm not pulling loafer's finger either.
Well, Hill 13 is working on 30 pounds of boards. He's going to have to desolder boards, then AP for gold recovery. So there must be some nice boards. If he's going to put them into the boards directly into the AP, so there must be some nice gold on them.
Yep.
Desoldering them is by using HCl and distilled water. What are you using the distilled water as a matter of interest? Why would you need to use distilled water just to desolder? Could you not just use normal water? Because when you're going to the next stage, I wouldn't. If I'm at the very first stages, I don't bother using distilled water because it's only after later when you're doing that I'd use it is later stages.
You've got the chlorine in there already, so there's no need to use distilled.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't use distilled water at that. I would HCl. If you're just trying to get this stuff off the boards, if you're trying to get later on, then when you're doing the nitric and stuff, that's where I'd be using the distilled water. But not with HCl. That's me. Okay, I get a free. I'm on a well. High iron. Okay, that explains it. Iron. Okay, so you don't want that. You don't want the HCl just react using it with the iron. Okay, I get it now.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. There's always a reason for something. That's why I wanted to see. There's always a reason for something for why people do something, and that's the reason. Anyhow, before I finish up, I'm not sure if I have a video up this week or not. I might do a spontaneous live during the week on YouTube. So I might just do that instead during the week. But we'll see. Again, video was out last week. If anyone hasn't watched it, please go do. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the followers who have decided to come along on the journey. Appreciate what someone's saying there. I am finishing up tear down on 50 PCs with i7 6700 processors to Cinta board. So that's nice. Them i7 6700s are worth a few pound, Mike.
$17
Each, and he has 50 of them. That's nice.
Yeah, they're 17 or 18 bucks.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, you know what I got? I got a i9-9.
What's that worth?
$80.
Oh, that's nice. See, that's the advantage you have when you're checking out your computers. You can sell your processors to board sort. Here in Ireland, we don't have that option.
Yeah, you'd make $1 million. Probably can't see that, but
No,
it's not going to show because of the coloring on it. But it's
Yeah.
Not gonna
No.
show.
Nah, it's not going to show, Mike. Give up.
Oh.
But anyhow, before I finish up, guys, thanks for being in. Appreciate you all being in. I've just put the link in for Saunders, who's going live there now. So go over and check her out, and we'll scrap you all later. Bye bye.